If you think you're going to do it in your own strength, then you know what? Yeah, you can't do it.
COVID, it's been helping people move their businesses from offline or brick and mortar to online.
Systems are more important than skills as an entrepreneur today.
It's totally okay to reinvent yourself multiple times, especially when you're an entrepreneur.
Welcome to Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. If you're a coach, speaker, or industry expert, you're in the right place for sales and marketing wisdom and insight to grow your coaching business. Now, here's your host, Income Acceleration Mentor, Wendy Y. Bailey.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to the Profitable Coaching Conversations show. I'm always excited to introduce you to some amazing guests, and today's guest is no exception to that. Julian Hayes II is the founder of the Art of Fitness and Life. It's a boutique online health and performance company that serves entrepreneurs. Welcome to the show, Julian.
Thank you so much for having me on. I'm looking forward to having this conversation and hopefully being of value to your listeners.
Yeah, absolutely. I know you will be. So I know that you do health and performance coaching, and you've got a different way of doing it, like a different model for doing it. So talk a little bit about what the boutique model is and how you actually bring in partners to help you customize the experiences for your clients.
Yeah. So at the nutshell, like you mentioned, there's a few core things that kind of makes what we do a little different. And it's one, everything is based off your unique biology. So your genetics. And then also we use a lot of data and different sorts of technology. And then there's a performance team as well, which is just different people come in and help me to ensure that I'm not missing anything when I'm looking over this client's profile. And we take a lot of data, and then that's how we make your truly bespoke, customized plan.
I love it. I love it. And the people that you bring in, what types of services are they adding to the program that you customize for your clients?
Typically, it's always going to be a fitness trainer. Most people need a fitness trainer if they don't have one already. And then depending on the options, sometimes there's medical options as well if they want to do the medical route. And then nutrition as well. And then those are probably the three. And then if there's something else that's needed, I have a decent Rolodex now of people I know. And so nice. I can kind of just call people up because it's hard to be an expert in everything.
Nice. So what made you decide you wanted to do this for entrepreneurs specifically? What did you see in entrepreneurs that made you go, they need me?
Well, I thought of myself, actually. I thought of myself. And I also kind of looked at the whole coaching landscape, and a lot of the coaches, it's always talking to the same people. And I feel like as an entrepreneur, high performer, whatever you want to call yourself, the demands of everyday life is different than a lot of the times that they're talking to. A lot of entrepreneurs experience what I call the success paradox, whereas the more successful that we get, whether this is revenue, growth in the company, or et cetera, the more responsibilities you're going to have, the more expectations you're going to have, the more people need you, and the more stress, most likely, that you're going to have. And the thing that gets cut off from that typically is your personal well-being, even though you know that's what you need to attend to, but you have all these other things. And so you really need to be precise with your time then, because time is an extremely valuable commodity then. And so that's why we bring in those precision tools to help.
Yeah, I remember I call myself a reformed workaholic because there was a time when I burned the candle at both ends. I'm very nocturnal, so I'm usually up until 2 or 3 a.m.
Oh, wow.
And, at that time, I was also getting up and starting my day at 8. So my window of sleep was shorter and shorter and shorter. And eventually I crashed and burned. You know what I mean? It was like, I can't do this. So I totally get why, as an entrepreneur, we look at things and we say, let's place that sleep kind of stuff way down on the list or make it secondary to getting things done and moving ahead. What is that meme I've seen that sort of says sleep tomorrow? Sleep tomorrow it's like you don't need to sleep now. You need to be living life and doing things in life. And I'm like, no, I need my sleep.
Is it just I'll sleep when I'm dead? Is it I sleep when I'm
Yeah,
dead?
I'll get to sleep when I'm dead or something like that. And I'm like, no,
that's the interesting thing about sleep is that our brains are so good that we can kind of convince ourselves over time that we're not actually sleep deprived because our brain gets used to this new state. But the thing is, you're existing through the day, but are you truly thriving? And there's a big difference there that I have to tell a lot of entrepreneurs. And this is where the data comes in. When you wear these different things on your arm, you can see what happens when I sleep maybe 6 hours, what happens when I sleep 8 hours, what happens when I have alcohol before I go to sleep. And you can see your heart rate, you can see all these different metrics. And therefore, it's not just me saying something, it's the data saying something.
Yeah.
And the data does not have any emotions. The data is just the data. So it's not like me being their parent.
Yeah. Do you find many entrepreneurs are resistant to changing their way of life, or is it a situation that by the time they come to you, they're like, oh, I need to get my life together? Which one is it?
As with most things in life, pain is our greatest teacher. So typically there's some sort of pain that has caused them to get there. And so whether it's lab numbers that are out of whack, maybe it's just a lot of times it's this esoteric thing where you just feel something's not right. You just feel off and you can't pinpoint what exactly it is, but you just know you're not moving through the day like you typically do. And so that's a pretty common one as well. And then of course you always have the ones where, losing a little,
perform better
and losing weight. And I will tell you, one of the big differences with entrepreneurs than maybe the typical health and fitness scene is they talk about energy more. And it's not so much just about weight. Even though weight's important, it's the words that they use. And those are little things that I just had to learn over time.
Yeah, very cool. So we're going to take a break. And when we come back, we'll get into our profitable wisdom signature segment. Okay. All right. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Ann Betts, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Please comment, like, review, and subscribe now so you know when the next episode is live.
Hey, this is Tanya Smith, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. So make sure you like, subscribe, comment now so that you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Madsen, and you're tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe so that you're notified when the next episode goes live.
So welcome back. We're talking with Julian Hayes II. He's the founder of a health and performance company. So we talked in our last segment a little bit about, what you do and who you serve, but there's a name that you've been given. What do you call yourself? Tell us about that.
Yeah, it's the Epigenetic Atelier. And the funny thing about this is I didn't know what this atelier, I didn't even know what that word meant when he said it. I had to practice saying it. And apparently it's a French word, and it's what an artist uses to like a workshop. And epigenetics is about genetics and transforming our body inside and out. And he got this idea because pretty much that's kind of what I do. It's looking at the whole body, and it's a workshop from every single aspect, from your brain, from your cells, your muscles, every aspect is kind of being addressed. And so he just put it together, and he said it's a great conversation starter as well.
Oh, for sure.
Everyone's gonna be like, what is that? What is that? And so I went with it. I was a little uncomfortable at first, but I embrace it now.
I think it's great because when I've heard the word atelier, it's been in the context of fashion. So when you said that, I was kind of like, so you're in the house where you're doing this genetic testing and performance inside out. So I get it. I get it. I love it. I love it. So let's jump into our profitable wisdom segment. Who has had the greatest influence on you in your life?
Well, it's a lot of people, but the first one that comes up to my head now is my father. Yeah, I would say my father. And just for his attitude, he went through a lot in his life, and he always still had a smile on his face and was able to joke and make people feel good. And I take that to the life of business, because there's a lot of times being an entrepreneur, being a coach, there's so many things to stress about that sometimes you can just start to take life so seriously that you just forget to smile. And so I think about my dad, whereas all the things he went through, if he could find a way to laugh and joke, then I surely can, because my life is not nearly as stressful and painful as his was.
Yeah, yeah. That pain teaches you. It really does. Even if
Absolutely.
it's someone else's, it teaches you. I think that's great. So what's the best business advice you've ever received, Julian?
So much good. Believe in yourself. Very basic, but believe in yourself. And I needed to hear this because I read loads and loads of books, but all the education, all the knowledge in the world does not matter if you don't believe in yourself and trust yourself.
Yeah, it all starts with you and what you believe. So thank you for saying that. So what's the largest single sale you've ever had in your business? What was the amount and the circumstances, and what did you do to celebrate?
Yeah, I can't share some of them. So I won't share some of the corporate ones. So we will just do this one-on-ones. And so it was 20,000. Okay. And I didn't really celebrate. I didn't celebrate.
How did the $20,000 client come to you? Like, how did the client find you? What was the process for hiring you, that kind of thing?
So part of my I guess you call it marketing strategy, is it has to be a little different, since it is a little more boutique, and I'm not going to get any just customers or clients just on a whim. So a lot goes into building relationships. That's my business plan, is to just meet 1 to 3 interesting people a day and just connect and be of service. And typically then, if there's a need, we can have that conversation, or they know someone that there's a need. And that's just kind of how this came about organically. It's just that they were just happen to have a need, and we just go from there.
Yeah, very nice.
But yeah, so it's just talking to people.
Okay, I love it. I love it. And you said you didn't really do anything to celebrate. You know, it's never too late to celebrate, right? You know
well, I look at it this way. I don't know. I think that's just the sports guy in me, is that the real work starts after you're enrolled. And so let's celebrate after we get the result.
Gotcha.
So I think that's it. But I might have, nothing elaborate. I might have went to dinner or something, but yeah.
And sometimes celebrations can be small because they're more meaningful. You know what I mean? You don't have to do something big or something huge. I remember for me, there was a time when I would celebrate by going out and buying a new pair of glasses, because I collect eyewear, and all of my eyewear is prescription. So I found that I was celebrating a little too much. So I was like, okay, you got enough glasses, you got enough eyewear, enough of that. Find another way to celebrate. So I get it.
And I time from time now, I buy different health gadgets and tools, or different supplements, and just to experiment and see what it does. And then maybe it's something that will be valuable that I'll bring into the practice or something.
Yeah, very nice. So what has helped you move through those times when you felt like giving up? Because I know as an entrepreneur, I've been in my business for more than 19 years. How about you? How long have you been in your business?
Probably give or take about six years. I would say give or take. Yeah.
That means you definitely have thought of giving up at times. What helped you move away from that?
I don't have anything else I would want to do, though.
Yeah.
That's the funny truth.
That's totally me, Julian. Yeah.
I just don't know what else I would do, because I'm definitely not going back to medical school. I left medical school after my first year. So I'm definitely not going back to school. No way, because that's a 10-year investment. So, and yeah, it's just, I don't know what to do. And also, I also think it's a gift. It's part of being a chosen one to take this leap to create something from nothing. It's such a gift that I think most of the world may not do. So we're kind of special in this regard. So, and I also think about like our feelings can betray us at times. So we cannot always trust how we feel. And so a lot of times, if I have a day or two where I feel like quitting, because I mean, I'll have a day or two now where like, man, I really don't, why am I doing this? I should just do this other way. And then I have different documents, different manifestos, different vision boards that I'll read and really remind myself, why am I doing this and everything?
Yeah, that is so good. I'm a remind yourself kind of person as well. And you know, the thing that I understand that you said that totally resonated with me is I got nowhere else to go. This is what I've been doing for 19 plus years. You know, I'm officially unemployable, unrecruitable by the network marketing and direct sales people. This is what I'm here to do, and I'm sticking it out. Whatever I need to do, I'm sticking it out. But like you, I have my vision board that I revisit. I listen to some old coaching sessions. You know, where I'm a beast at coaching my clients. So yeah, I get it. I totally get it. I totally get it. So what's your greatest personal accomplishment outside of your business, Julian?
Man, I think I'll probably talk about my dad again. The last three, I was going to say medical school, getting into medical school, but as I had time to really think about this since he's passed, it's stopping a lot of things that I wanted to do for the last 4 years to just be his caretaker and be with him every day and come back home to my hometown to do that. So
gotcha.
And I've got a master class on so many things that I'm still processing. So that's probably been my greatest accomplishment.
Is your dad still living?
No, he passed around 18 months ago.
Okay. And so the 3 to 4 years before that, you really got to spend time with him. I think that's just, that's precious. That's priceless. You know?
It was a second childhood. And it was also a time for me to really evaluate my life. So a lot of these things that I'm doing right now, those ideas came while I was back home, and I was just being still and just, I had a lot of downtime, whether it's driving, whether it's waiting in different hospital rooms or whatnot, just really thinking
downloads.
What do I want to do with my life? Because at first when I first started in business, I was following the more traditional, typical health and fitness business of just really talking about the physical, being a personal trainer. Everything was just about looks. It wasn't really none of this other stuff that I do now.
Sure.
And so this really allowed me to kind of get in tune to what I really wanted to do in life.
Yeah. The thing that I think I've learned, like you, is those times, those moments you have with, you know, aging parents or parents who are preparing to transition, or when they transition. Those are some really powerful lessons that you learn along the way. I think it's really cool that you took the time to pay attention to what was going on and to give thought to what you really wanted your business to look like, to design what you have today. I think that's amazing. I think that is a great accomplishment, because a lot of people would not take advantage of the opportunity to go back to their hometown and spend that time, you know, with your dad and that kind of stuff. I think that's amazing. That's great.
Yeah. And it's, you know, for the coaches out there, it's really thinking long-term about everything. So I'm on like a 20-year plan that I'm working on right now. So I think at times on the world of the internet now, it's hard to be patient, because we see we see these very quick things of get X and X result in 30 days, 90 days, and you want to do that, but getting mentorship has really been a game changer for me. So I can focus on building an actual company, which is what my dream was. And so that's going to take time. So if I have to maybe not move as fast in the short term, I'm going to make up for it in the long term.
Yeah. It's interesting to me to hear you speak, because you talk about things in terms of, this is going to take this long. This is going to require this amount of time. And I know a lot of people really can't think like that. Like they're stuck on the I got to do it now. And what do I have to do to make it happen today? Right. What is it that's helped you, that shaped your mind for you to be that patient, to have that level of patience when it comes to achieving your long-term goals? What's created that for you?
It's talking to people who are well ahead of me. That's been the first thing, talking to people who are well ahead of me. And then also realizing a lot of times in life, things that come very fast can also go just as fast. And so your foundation is not really built on anything solid. And it's also knowing what I really
good,
want.
Julian. Say that again. That was good. Say it again. Cause I'm like, a lot of people need to hear that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What did I say? Okay, so I just get the feeling, but
you
basically,
were in the moment.
Yeah, I'm in the moment. But yeah, but basically, what comes as fast can just as quickly disappear, and a lot of businesses are built that way. And when I first started off in mine, it was that same way. I was just thinking about getting clients, getting revenue for now, but I had no idea about long term. How are you going to do all these things? I just didn't know. You don't know what you don't know, which is why it's good to get mentors, get coaches that are people well ahead of you. And then I also think about health. Statistically speaking, if I take care of my health, I'm going to be around for a very long time. And if I'm not, then it's something that's out of my control anyway. So I can't even stress about that anyway. So it's holding two ideas in one hand. Yes, I'm being patient, but yes, I'm also working very diligently on my goals every day.
Yeah.
So it's holding two ideas in one hand. It's very hard to do. I can get thrown off just as easy as anyone else if I log onto Twitter, Instagram, or whatever. But at the core, that's my central premise, is to hold two ideas in one hand, is to be patiently aggressive.
Yeah, I get it. So we'll be right back, and I'd love for you to think about the nugget, the thing that you really want everyone to walk away from our conversation with when we come back. Okay?
Okay.
All right, we'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Tim Fitzpatrick, and you're tuned into the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so you're notified when the next episode goes live.
Hello, I'm Rhonda Height, and you are tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Like, comment, review, and subscribe now so that you are notified when the next episode goes live.
Yo, people, what is up? This your boy, John Lawson, johnlawson.com, and you're tuned in to the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show with Wendy Y. Bailey. Go ahead right now, subscribe so that you're notified every time an episode goes live. I'm out of here for now, guys. Peace.
Welcome back. We've been having a delightful conversation, Julian Hayes II and I, and it's kind of exciting looking at kind of where you are and sort of the direction you're going in. And I feel honored that you came and shared a little bit of your time with us to talk about your business and your philosophies and all that kind of stuff. If there's one thing that you'd like for us to walk away from this conversation remembering, what would that parting thought be?
Yeah, it's my friend shared this with me when we were having coffee, and I've never forgot it ever since. And it's do it for the intention, not the attention.
Yeah, that's powerful. Yeah, that's powerful. It really, really is. And I know you have a gift for everyone. You want to describe it? And we'll put the link in the show notes.
Yes. So it's a course on how to start to become superhuman, how to reverse the aging process, enhance your entire human system, and really change the way that you think about health, aging, and performance.
Very cool. Very cool. Julian, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate your time and your insight. It's been really cool.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, awesome. So we'll be back with another episode of the Profitable Coaching Conversation Show. Be sure to join the after party at profitablecoachingsociety.com, and we'll see you there. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.
Thanks so much for tuning into Profitable Coaching Conversations with Wendy Y. Bailey. Be sure to join us at the after party at www.profitablecoachingsociety.com. We'll see you next time for more sales and marketing wisdom and insight from Wendy Y. and her amazing guests. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you know when new episodes are posted.